Hey guys, it's your girl Cindy and I'm back again with another gist. Thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. So I just want us to see a couple of videos today still on the protest that is going on in the UK, the immigrant versus white British people. I have put together a few videos. Let's just find out what they are saying. Of course, we know that the white British people are, coming for the immigrants, even though some of them are saying that they want the illegal ones to leave their country. They are also coming for the ones that are not illegal in the country. Even though we have seen videos from British people who are not white saying that these white British people are coming for them. Anyway, stay with me, guys. Let's just see these videos. And of course, I'm going to show you some random comments. Please check these videos out.
I think us white people are very guilty of underestimating the power of our solidarity, our empathy, and our voices being used in spaces where people of colour would not feel so comfortable. I know from my own personal experience, I often get kind of nervous to speak to people of colour about what's going on in our country right now, about these awful riots, about this blatant racism, for fear of, one, not wanting to be condescending or appear to be like a white saviour, and also fear of getting things wrong or triggering someone, inducing anxiety, so the reason I'm talking about this is because just now I was just buying some food, and the guy who was serving me was brown skin. I think he was maybe Bangladeshi, Indian or something like this, and I really wanted to ask him, hey, like, how are you doing with everything? Like, I'm sorry, I'm embarrassed by the state of my country. And normally I would hold back, and today I decided not to, and I was like, hey, I just want to say, like, I'm sorry for what's going on in this country right now. I hope that you're not experiencing any issues, and I hope that you're holding up okay. And he was like, thank you so much for asking. And he was like, you're the first white person that's even addressed this to me. Even my friends seem to be kind of avoiding the topic because it seems taboo in some way. If it's uncomfortable for us to approach people of colour and be like, hey, like, this is awful what's happening, imagine how uncomfortable it is to be a person of colour and not hear any of your white friends talking about it, not having any of your white friends checking in on you and being like, hey, how are you holding up? How can I support you? I know that the internet, I faced it myself in a lot of the comments. I've got people on there being like, oh, she's only talking about this because she wants the clout, Like, oh my god, just ignore people like that. Any thoughts of that coming into your brain, whether it's from other people or from yourself, I don't think we should be scared of being allies. And I think that this whole, like, white saviour and this, what do they call it, virtue signalling, I think, don't get me wrong, it exists, but I think so often those terms are used to just silence people and to stop people from showing solidarity. And right now it is more important than ever to show solidarity to people who need it most, the ones who are being oppressed, the ones who are potential targets of this far right racism and bigotry. So any people of colour who have any thoughts on this, obviously please tell me like how we can best be allies for you. Don't want to put that label onto you, but also you guys are going to understand more how people like me can help. So keep fighting the good fight, everyone. Let's smash these racists, figuratively, definitely not literally. And protest. This Saturday there's a national protest, UK-wide. I'm going to be attending the one in London, so please, if you can, show your faces, show your solidarity, show your support. Let's drown these assholes out.
I just want to put my 2 cents in on what's going on in the country right now, because it's actually fucking disgraceful. It's currently 6:30 a.m. I'm at McDonald's. I've been served by 3 really nice, polite, hard-working Asian people doing the jobs that you lazy fucking English people don't want to do. Or you want to waste your time collecting your dole money, blaming immigrants, blaming the people who come here to try and better their life, to work hard, support their families. You want to waste your time going to these marches, these riots, these protests, causing trouble, hurting people physically, emotionally, scaring people, making people feel unsafe in the place that they have chose to call home. It's disgusting. Today there's a march. I see a post online yesterday that there's a march today. Organised riot basically for going out and targeting anyone who is Asian and non-white. Use your fucking heads. This is exactly what the media want you to do. How are you so uneducated on this? The problem in this country is not immigrants. The problem in this country is not the man who's serving you breakfast, who's stacking your shelves in Tesco's, who's the nurses in the hospitals giving you medication and making you feel better. And it's not these people. It's the government. It's the media. And you need to switch on. To all my Asian friends, my friends of colour, please, in Southampton today, stay safe. No one's forcing you to stay at the city centre, but please don't go to the city centre to retaliate, because you know what's going to happen. The police will turn up, and who's going to get blamed? It's going to be the Asians, and it's going to be the people of colour, because that is the way that shit works in this country. And I'm so sad to say that. It's horrible to say that, but I just want you all to stay safe. You know, I spent almost 3 years living in an Islamic country. I lived in Dubai. The nicest people you'll ever meet. The most kind, loving, peaceful people ever. And you come here and all it is people complaining, moaning, immigration this, black people this person, that person. Like, come on, man. This country's not going to get fixed unless we all stick together and work together on it, because you're the problem. You're feeding into what the government are putting on a plate for you. Like, you're biting the apple that they're feeding you, and it's a disgrace, man. Stay safe to everyone. Please, if you're in Southampton, stay out of the city centre today, because if this riot kicks off, it's not going to help. It's not going to fix anything. It's not going to prove anything. If anything, you'll get in trouble. You're going to get hurt. And keep your kids out of the city centre. Don't let your kids see this, because this is bad education for the kids. I feel so sorry for the children of the next generation, because these videos I'm seeing online, people are taking their kids, they've got their kids shouting things, they've got their kids involved, like they're telling their kids to say things. You are raising a racist generation. You're raising another racist generation where this split, this divide, this feud between races in this country is going to continue. And it's never going to continue until we learn to educate our children, to teach them what's right and what's wrong. That's my 2 cents. I'm going to go home. I'm going to sleep today, and hopefully I don't hear about any of my friends being in the city centre and getting hurt or anything today. Stay safe, people.
Immigrants should just go back to their country. Yeah, so I'm going to tell you a secret. A lot of immigrants actually do want to go back to their country. Why don't they just go back? So there's this thing called colonialism. Have you heard of it before? No, you haven't. So your country went to their country. They took power, took control, tried to push their culture onto these people in this country for years and years and years. That's what would happen. And then before they left, they took this country's valuables, assets, wealth, gold, and brought everything back to your country. So if you really want these immigrants out of your country, I think the easiest and fastest way to do that is if your country gave back every wealth, assets, money, gold that they took. Oh, asylum seekers and refugees, you don't want them coming in. The reason why they come over is because their countries aren't really safe anymore. Some countries bomb their countries, so they have no houses, they have no hospitals, they have no schools, their pavements ruined, everything is rubble. There's also this thing where certain countries are responsible for an increased escalation, increase of conflict in their countries, so these people don't feel safe in their own country anymore. And that's why they come to other countries that feel safer to them, to be safe. But if you told these people responsible, these countries responsible, to stop, then I would think there would be a decline of asylum seekers and refugees. Which country is responsible? Maybe you should talk to your government regarding that. These brown and black people are just taking your jobs. In our hospital, it's infested with Filipino nurses. It's like 90% Filipino nurses. What is that? Yeah, all the doctors you know are immigrants and brown and black. So, I'm going to tell you an insider fact. So, the NHS is heavily, severely understaffed. I would recommend that you apply to be a nurse or doctor. There's a lot of jobs going and they'd be very, very, very grateful. You don't have qualifications. You don't have experience. It's totally okay because there's a lot more roles within the NHS that doesn't require qualifications or experience, and there's jobs going, so you can apply. You have a criminal record, but it's the brown and black people taking your jobs, yeah.
Okay, but can we please talk about this today? Let's just be honest. Like the lady mentioned in that video, the NHS is understaffed. They are looking for people to come and work. Some care homes are looking for people to come and work. Likewise, other sectors, other companies. Now, my question is, why are these people always looking for staff when you, who is a British, asking these immigrants to leave? Like, you are angry that they are here, but then your country is looking for people to come and do the work, to do the job. So have you asked yourself for a second, if these people leave my country, what's going to happen? Now, the funniest part of this is this. As an African woman, from where I come from, anytime these people visit Africa, they are being treated as kings, as queens and kings. You know, they would give them security, lodge them in the most beautiful and expensive hotels. They will be pampered. They will be well taken care of, catered for. But then, anyways, you guys, let's just see a few more videos and I'm going to show you some random comments. I think this is about time we talk about this.
As a white person, I am so painfully aware of how privileged I am to be white. If I was a person of literally any other colour, the amount of abuse I would be subjected to right now would be insane. Despite the fact that I am an immigrant, I don't get the abuse that we're seeing right now across the UK and Ireland, and the only reason I don't get it is because I am white. The whole issue boils down to absolute racism. That is all it is, racism. To look at me, you wouldn't think I was a foreigner. Okay, maybe I have some Eastern European features, whatever, but in general, if you looked at me or if you heard me speak, you certainly would not think that I was a foreigner or an immigrant. It's only until you hear my name that you're like, oh, maybe she's not actually Irish. But if you heard me speak, speaking the way I am now with my Fermanagh twang, you would not for a second doubt that I was born and raised here. And yes, I have been raised here, but I wasn't born here. I technically am not Irish, but I would consider myself Irish because it's all I know. It's my culture, it's my home, it's all I know. So I would consider myself Irish. But technically speaking, if we're boiling it down to technicalities, I am an immigrant. I am a foreigner. I am one of the people that come over and stole the jobs from the people that don't want to work, from the people that sit on their ass all day, and the government pays for their cars, pays for their rent, pays for all of the children that they pop out that subsequently usually become the subject of care proceedings. And guess who pays for that? The government, again, because they don't pay for shit. These people that are supposedly losing their jobs to immigrants haven't worked a day in their life. Not a single day in their life. And they're going around accusing immigrants, refugees of stealing jobs that they don't even want. It's baffling to me. It's racism in its purest form. Absolute racism. Because best believe if I was any other colour other than white, I would be in the same boat as everybody that is currently experiencing the abuse and the racism and the absolute violence that is being shown towards immigrants right now. That's all it boils down to. Racism, race, skin colour. And I think it's absolutely appalling in the year of 2024. 2024, that we are still discriminating. I've said this and I will keep saying this, that we are still discriminating against people because of the difference in skin colour. I'm sorry, it baffles me. It genuinely does. Like, I turn on the news now and I want to cry at the state of affairs. As if we don't have enough wars going on in the world. As if people don't have enough going on in their lives. As if there's not enough hatred and enough violence in the world that we then go and incite more against innocent people that are trying to make their own lives better. Usually working jobs that either the country, the Irish, English, British, whatever you want to identify as, people don't want to work, or B, they are working jobs that we, well, obviously not me included because technically I'm an immigrant, but they're working jobs that nationals, whatever you want to, Irish, British nationals are underqualified for. News reports of doctors having to leave hospitals because their cars are getting burnt out and completely demolished. People walking around the streets in the UK with machetes, targeting innocent people. Businesses in Belfast getting targeted. Innocent people, hard-working innocent people getting targeted because of a difference in skin colour. I think it's stupid. It's mental. What has the world come to? What has the world come to? Seriously. I genuinely think this is completely ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. It's heartbreaking. It is actually, the difference is skin colour. It's racism. It's white supremacy. And as a white person, I am very, very, very painfully aware of the privilege I have to be white. And the fact that I have to say that in the year of 2024, that being white is a privilege, that is still a widely, commonly used phrase, is appalling.
So on your screen are some of the screenshots of comments I grabbed randomly so you guys can see what other people are saying about, the protest. I just thought I should update you guys. I just thought I should bring these videos here so you guys can see, and listen to what people are saying about the protest that is going on in the UK. But yeah, let me know your take in the comments, what you have to say. I have, said my opinion, and I'm totally, I'm totally in support of what the Asian lady said, okay? She literally explained it to them because I think that some of them may not even know their history. They don't know why these people, these immigrants are here. They don't know why there are loads of non-white people in their country. I would advise that you pick up a book and read. At least Google, why do we have Black and brown people in the UK to start with? Why are these people here? Pick up a book, read. Read up the history. I'm sure you would understand why you have people like me here. Anyways, let me know your take in the comments, what you have to say. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, share, comment, and of course, come back another video. I'm gonna see you all in my next one. Y'all be safe out there. Bye.